Hi, how are you lovelies today? Well, this is Chrissy cooking at home, and this video is carrots. Cinnamon maple glazed carrots, maple cinnamon glazed carrots, however you want to say it. I currently have 16 pints of carrots that I peeled and cut. 16. That is a full can load. So now I need to make my glaze, simple syrup. So I put too much water. No, that should be fine. Okay, so I put 8 cups of water. We have some real 100% pure maple syrup here. I don't have a full bottle, so we're just going to use what I have, and then we're going to do some substitutes with lily syrup, where I made syrup from Daylilies, thanks to Rachel over at that 1870s Homestead. I'll link the video to her lily syrup. Absolutely genius and delicious. Okay, so I was able to get 1 cup of maple syrup. So I need 2 more cups of syrup. So these should do that for me. Isn't that pretty? So pretty. Made from daylilies. Then we're going to do some brown sugar and some white sugar. So, put that over there. I'm also in the middle of another project, plus I have dinner in the oven going. I have to flip that here soon. So, get these lily syrup jars over here. All right. So we're going to do 2 cups white sugar. Just plain granular white sugar. Okay. That syrup, both of them, is going to sweeten this quite a bit. So we're making a simple syrup, sort of. So then we're going to do 2 cups brown sugar. And that's packed brown sugar. So
hey, Mommy. I forgot what. Never mind.
Okay, thank you, Logan.
Hey, you too.
Okay, so 2 cups white sugar, 2 cups of packed brown sugar, 8 cups water, 3 cups syrup. Hopefully this makes enough for my 16 jars. I have not made 16 jars at once before, so we'll see. My carrots look so pretty, and I'm so excited. Logan and I just love this recipe so much. Okay. Washed this earlier from my earlier project, completely dry. 1/4 cup of cinnamon, ground cinnamon. Because I have 16 jars.
Hey, Mommy, I asked Daddy and he said sure. And I was wondering if I can ask you if I can get some more combat games for my birthday.
We'll see. Now's not a good time, honey.
I know, it's not a good time.
Okay, so I'm going to dissolve this all together. So that came to 3 cups of syrup. I don't know if I said that or not. 3 cups of syrup, 8 cups of water, 2 cups white sugar, 2 cups brown sugar, 1/4 cup cinnamon for 16 pints of sliced carrots. So I just have this in my 8-quart stock pot over medium heat. I'm whisking the cinnamon in. Once it comes to a boil, we'll remove it from heat. Let it come to room temperature, because I have another project in my pressure canner right now, and it needs about another hour to depressurize before I can take out what's in there. Another video. Check out that video if you want. That would be the Cincinnati chili. So, if that turns out. Total experiment. But this is the third time I'm doing these carrots. Logan and I really enjoy these maple cinnamon glazed carrots. So, just whisking it together. I have my lids in a little pot with water coming up to a boil. Got my rings all set up over here. But, like I said, we're going to let this come to room temperature. We're going to do everything at room temperature when we put it in the pressure canner, because like I said, it's going to be a while before I can actually get this in my pressure. I only have one pressure canner because I'm still so new. But this is a, love you too, sweetie. This is a variation of a couple of different recipes I saw, and it just worked out really, really well for me and Logan. We really enjoy this. So I'm excited that I got two 5-pound bags, so a total of 10 pounds of carrots from the restaurant supply chain store. Allergy season, they're going nuts. So 2 5-pound bags, so 10 pounds of carrots got me 16 pints sliced carrots. I peeled them, I cut off the ends, and then I just sat on my butt with a big giant bowl and with a knife, paring knife, and cut them. So I will bring you back when it's time to put syrup in here, or maple cinnamon glazed syrup. The Lily syrup tastes like maple syrup. It's the coolest thing ever. So I will link that. This is coming together nicely. I'm not the greatest kid. There's a little froth from whisking, and the cinnamon. It's a brownish color. The sugar's almost dissolved. You know, when you're whisking it, you can feel when it's dissolving. So it's not a super heavy syrup. It's I would rate medium, a little heavier than a medium, but not as heavy as a heavy syrup. And let me tell you, just eating it cold straight from the jar. Yes, please. Heat it up. Yes, please. So good. And it's just, Logan and I just eat it for snacks. We just grab a jar and just a fork and snack. So I hope you give this a try. I will bring you back when it's time to fill the jars and place them in the canner. Okay, the pressure canner is ready for us. My other project came out fairly decent, so I'm hoping for better luck with the carrots. So, I forgot to get my vinegar. The vinegar to wipe my lids, and then throw the rest in the water in the pressure canner. Okay, so you've seen all the carrots.
I can't finish my food.
Video interrupt this by child. He's fine. Anyways, pressure canner is ready. Got the water in there. I got a new gasket, because I have 3 gaskets for it. So I put a new gasket, nice cool one, on the lid. Checked the lid over. It's good. See, we got our vinegar. We got 16 jars. So if I can try to not make a huge mess, it'll be awesome. So it's a nice brown color from all that cinnamon. And we're going to 1 inch headspace. Now, I would normally you would, debubble with a debubbler. Since these are kind of chunky, I found debubbling with a debubbler is difficult. So I use my Pampered Chef cake tester cake release thing, the plastic end, and stick around. Break up any air bubbles, and then I'll use the debubbler to measure to make sure we are at 1 inch because we need it to seal. Yep. Okay. Double check. Now, since I have so many, I'm gonna kind of clean as I go and get the lids on. Finger tight into the party. Everybody gets invited to the party. I don't know why I'm so messy. These jars get so messy. I love this ladle though. Oh my gosh. I wish I'd gotten it sooner. Okay, debubble. Debubble, debubble, debubble. See, I see some bubbles. Sometimes I'll even, on my mat here that I made, I will take the jar and just kind of lightly tap to bring bubbles up. Okay. I have 16 pints, like I said. All are regular mouth except for one. One regular mouth short. So I had to use one of my wide mouths, which is fine. I just prefer to save those for when I make Al's, my sweetheart's, pickled sausages. Makes it a little easier. They want to float. Okay. I'm on a roll. Okay, I'm gonna finish doing these up. I'm not gonna bore you with filling. Don't remember if I vinegarized this one. Let's wipe the lid. Okay. Now let's wipe the jar. Can't really clean it too much. It looks clean though. My one wide mouth. Come on. There we go. There. I'll bring you back when it's time to start her up. Okay, the party's getting started. So, quart pressure canner, Miro, old thing. We got 9 on the bottom, 7 on the top. And we're gonna put the lid on. I think that's all there is to it. It's just this and this. So, turn up the heat a little bit, not too high. We don't want it to come too fast up. And then I have my weight. So now I have dishes to do. So I'll bring you back. We'll see if the carrot seeped or not. Fingers crossed for no seepage. Okay, as the day winds into the evening, we've had our dinner, we've had a treat. I made some homemade orange Julius's. I realize now that maybe I should have set up the video for that. This is super simple, super quick. Just need a good blender to crush the crap out of some ice. But I digress. Now we take carrots out. Now, these maple cinnamon glazed carrots are not only a fan, not only is Logan and I fans, but so is a girlfriend of mine. She really likes them too. So, beautiful. The ones on top do not look like they have siphoned. Good, good. Can you see them well enough? All my lights on, but it's getting dark out. I'll try to get a better shot when I get them all out. Okay, not a single one from the top, all 7. None of them siphoned. Tray out. Something siphoned. There is cinnamon syrup in the bottom of my pressure canner. Gotta find the culprit. It looks like oh, snap. That is not what I meant to do. Come here. And the carrots toppled over when I went to get it out. It's fine though. I'm not seeing what siphoned. I have to wait for the bubbles to settle down. And I'll just let these sit on my counter. Overnight and wash them and label them tomorrow. Now, to hope that a cat does not knock them over while we're resting. That has happened. And he did break 1 jar of the hot Hungarian hot peppers that I pickle for my sweetheart. Very upset by that because I don't grow them, I buy them. They ain't cheap. See, the water looks clear, but no, there's some cinnamon on top of this one. So something seeped. Looks like there's some syrup on top of this one here. And I'll show you the water. Yeah, the water looks clear. Oh, ping. Did you hear it ping? Beautiful carrots. Now, as it cools and it sits and whatnot, the cinnamon is going to settle in the bottom. And that's fine. The carrots are permeated with that cinnamon. But what I like to do is I like to kind of not really shake the can, but kind of like turn it back and forth. Not shake it, but like turn it back and forth to kind of help get it up from the bottom. So when I pour it out to heat it up, if I'm going to heat it up, it's got all the cinnamon in the bowl or the pot, whatever I'm using to heat it up with. Now, if I'm just going to eat it straight from the jar, which I do, I don't bother doing that. I just start eating them. Another ping. I never understood as a child helping my mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother can why they were so happy with that noise. Well, a lot of work goes into this. I have been canning 2 projects today, and I have been at it for 8 hours. But it's up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Which is pretty good for me, to be able to be up, down, because instead of constantly up. So, I know what I'm having for breakfast. Carrots. All right. See you next time.